Hello everybody, Rose Ivernizia here, and it is that time again. I've decided to start up my segment, Tea and Tutus. What's that all about? What does that mean? Well, a few years ago, when I was trying to keep my cosplay page active and doing different things on Facebook, I came up with a fun, goofy idea for YouTube videos where I would talk about a different tea that week while wearing a tutu, and just talk all things nerdy and cosplay. Thus, Tea and Tutus was born, and it kind of worked, kind of didn't. I had some stuff happen, and then I just stopped making YouTube videos altogether. So after I hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, I wanted to find ways to keep engagement up with my followers. So I put a vote out, and well, obviously here we are, because people voted yes to bring it back. So here it is. This week, it's, you know, brand new, everything's starting up again, so I'm just gonna go over kind of my cosplay journey, where I started from, what my current plans are as far as conventions go, and any cosplans that I might have. Speaking of tea, this week I am drinking Bigelow brand green tea with elderberry and vitamin C. Very tasty. In my trusty Sally cup here that I've had for I don't know how many years. Ooh, perfect temperature. And then the tutu this week is just something very basic. It's just a little black number that I bought off Amazon for an outfit. I will have something a bit more fun and festive next week for the holiday season. As you can see, our lovely background here features my Christmas tree. It might be tiny, but it works for us. And then of course the lovely Christmas lights around the window. So yeah, hello, I'm Rose, or Rose Ivernizia Cosplay. That name is a play on words from the character Vivi Ornitier from Final Fantasy IX. So if you know the character, that's where Ivernizia kind of stems off from. Rose was an original character that I made decades ago, literally, now that I'm in my mid-30s, which is so scary to think of, but that's where the name came from. I was originally Rosebud Cosplay, but realized there was one too many other Rosebud cosplays and usernames on Instagram, so I wanted to choose something unique, and I got very lucky being on the internet, and I am the only Rose Ivernizia. Anytime you search me, search that name, I'm going to pop up. No one else will. So I think that's pretty cool to have something like that. I started cosplaying in 2013, so almost 13 years now. Wait, how long ago was that? I know math. Long time ago. That's when I started. My very first convention was NDK, or Nandesukan, which is in Denver, Colorado. It's one of Colorado's longest running anime conventions. And then I just started getting into cosplay more and involved in the anime community. And then it wasn't until 2018, 2019 that I finally decided to get on Instagram and go a different direction with things. One of my most, I guess, famous cosplays or most notable cosplays is either going to be Ariel from The Little Mermaid or Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Those are two that I wear pretty often to conventions. I love cosplaying. It's fun. You get to be a character, you get to step into those shoes, and one of my favorite parts about it is honestly the kiddos and other people just seeing their character come to life and taking a photo with somebody or sharing a moment with another cosplayer at a convention. That's really cool, and it's part of why I've been doing this for so long, because over 10 years is a long time to be in this hobby. It didn't really I didn't really think it was possible to get any bigger, to grow my account, to try to take this somewhere and make a career out of it until I really, I don't know, hit the ground running. I don't know. I just pushed really hard and things started happening. You know, when you work at something for a while, it does actually pay off. So something that really helped with that was making my Snow White cosplay, which you'll hear me talk a lot about. I'm probably going to bring it on next week because I need to work on it a little bit, and you can see kind of how that whole thing came to be. But I am the only person to make that as a cosplay outside the show. There is only one other dress I know of that is on Etsy, but it was made completely different. They didn't use feathers at all, and I used over 15,000. That number is correct. To make the skirt and make the dress happen, which it took about 11 months total. So that's a really cool accomplishment that I have. So I will definitely go into more details at a different episode for that guy. Checking my time here. I want to keep these videos about 10 to 15 minutes long each week, maybe even longer. We'll see how they go and then engagement and what people want to see and want to hear. But as far as plans with conventions, the year's rounding up. I only have one more event, and that is Holiday Matsuri. It is a Christmas themed anime convention in Orlando, Florida. If you've never been or heard of it, it is really cool. It is one of my absolute favorite conventions to go to. I started going to it in 2022. This will be my third year. I missed 2023 just because I wasn't able to make it happen, but that was its last year at the Marriott, World Marriott. It used to be right next to like Disney World in Orlando, or Universal Studios. But now it is at the Orange County Convention Center where they have MegaCon. So big space, big convention, tons of fun. I'm hosting a One Piece meetup again. Last year I hosted my very first meetup, which was absolute chaos and total craziness, but also so much fun. The One Piece fandom is just a bunch of big loving goofballs who want to be free like Luffy. So I think that's pretty cool. And as far as cosplay plans go, I'm not working on anything currently as far as making anything new. I might be tweaking some outfits, repairing some things. My focus right now is just to get more cosplay photo shoots done. The 2 that I've done so far, or 3 actually since I've moved here, have all turned out just incredible. And those were Briar Rose from Sleeping Beauty, Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, and recently Robin from One Piece and her Wano outfit. So definitely more plans for more photo shoots. And then don't know what the convention schedule even looks like for next year, so gotta wait to see how that turns out. But if you have any suggestions for cons, that's, you know, drop them below in the comments, please. And all that good jazz, because I'm always open to trying new places and new conventions, be it small or large. I honestly enjoy going to smaller cons sometimes over larger ones, just because it is very reminiscent of how things used to be when voice actors and autographs and selfies were free to see instead of paying as much as we do now. Oof. It's all worth it. A goal of mine, actually, which I'm very close to achieving, is to meet all 10 of the Straw Hat voice actors from One Piece, and I only have two more to go. Yes, Frankie and Chopper. So, Brina, what's her last name? Brina Palencia and Patrick Seitz. Thank you. I remember things. But now that it's wrapping up to the 10-minute mark, I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to hit that follow and subscribe button. It means the world to me. Go ahead and follow on Instagram if you're not already. I'll make sure to be linking everything between the 2 platforms from now on. And yeah, that's it for this week for Tea and Tutus.